White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy, Stephen Miller, they call him America's heartthrob, is here. All right, Miller, the F-47, how'd they come up with 47?
Well, I think it's just the natural number, Jesse. It just feels right. It makes sense. It feels good. America loves it. One more sign and example of what it is to live in America's golden age. Your monologue laid it out so perfectly and so well. America woke up one morning after January 20th, and all of a sudden, we had a government that was throwing criminals the hell out of the country, that was ordering the opening of our land so we could drill and get energy prices down, that was telling foreign countries to stop free riding off of our taxpayers, pay your own bills, and pay up when you send your cheap imports into our country. A government that sealed the border shut, a government that fired the wasteful, corrupt bureaucrats that ordered the Department of Justice to make people safe, not to censor, not to intimidate conservative and Christian speech. Every day, we are living in a society, in a country, in which the government's fighting for the people who make this country work, who make this country run, and the only people protesting and complaining are the people who've devoted their entire lives to the destruction of this country.
So you're not intimidated by Adam Schiff and Chuck Schumer because they're talking a big game, not to mention fire marshal.
Well, Adam Schiff is not only a stone cold, hopeless loser, but he is one of the most corrupt, one of the most shameful, one of the most heinous individuals ever to serve in public office in America. And everything he's devoted his life to has been debunked, discredited, and discarded. He literally represents the face of failure. His sole achievement in life was fighting a losing war against Donald Trump, and now President Trump is in the White House, and Adam Schiff is the leader of a dying and dethroned movement. It really is amazing. Think about what the Democrat Party is fighting against. What are they trying to stop President Trump from doing? They're trying to stop him from sending rapists out of the country. They're trying to stop him from making energy affordable for every single American and every single family. They're trying to stop him from ending wars overseas so that we won't have a nuclear winter on this planet. They're trying to stop him from firing bureaucrats who literally do nothing at all but suck up resources and money. And of course, they're trying to make him have troops that are men in dresses pretending to be women. Oh, and of course, men in women's sports and men in women's private spaces. That's the agenda of the Democrat Party. Kill the golden age, make everyone crazy, suck all the joy and all the happiness out of our lives, and let a bunch of illegal alien rapists and criminals have their way with the country. That's literally the agenda of the Democrat Party, Jess.
When are you getting a robot?
Yes, Howard is very hawkish on the robots.
I mean, he made it seem like they were coming out next year. That's what he told me the other night. And he says they're only going to cost 30 G's, so that's nothing for you, Miller.
Well, I can't be 100% sure. I'll have to check with my wife about when we are getting our home robot valet. But what I can say,
Miller, you have to check with your wife if you're getting a robot? Come on, Miller.
Yeah, so
that's not the Miller I know.
I have complete purchasing control over almost anything, but we made a deal that on purchasing sentient household robots, that would be a joint decision. Because you never know. The robots could go crazy. We want to both be in on that. But in all seriousness, we are investing in a major way in AI and robotics and quantum computing. And so we are indeed bringing the future right here into the golden age, Jesse.
All right. Miller, thank you so much. I'm glad you have that type of relationship with your wife. Very strong. Yes. Very strong performance. We appreciate that. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.